here now I've got a couple tips for street performing. Number one tip, first tip, is that you want to have a long show. You want to have like 10, 15, you don't really want to go much longer than that. 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. Don't really go much longer than that for a street show. People don't have too much time, but they do have a decent amount of time. Having a 5-minute show, generally you only have a small crowd. And by the end, you got a pretty big crowd, and they see like half a trick, if that. That's what I found, at least. It obviously depends where you are, whether you could go with a longer show or a shorter show. But personally, a 10, 15, 30, or 10, 15, 20-minute show is definitely something you should look forward to. Make sure you keep saying jokes. That's the second one. Make sure you say jokes and stuff. You got to entertain your audience. If you're not entertaining them in between your transitions, you're not going to do too good. So make sure you can try and make them laugh some way, say little things, try and have them, muscle in, say some other things. That's another thing. You want to make sure you can connect with the audience, because if you're not connecting with the audience, first of all, they're not going to pay you. Second, they're not going to get your jokes as well. They're not going to be laughing. They're going to be clapping and whatnot. If they're not clapping, then people around you can't hear, and they don't really come. And that's another thing. I guess I'm going to make this tip 3. You want to make them clap and be loud and obnoxious, because that way, and also try and get a big crowd, because a big crowd attracts a bigger crowd, and applause definitely reels people in, and they come forward like, what's this guy doing? And they come in, they see the show, and they pay you. Another thing is that you want to be, this will be the 4th, you want to be rehearsed. You want to be rehearsed. Unlike this video, you got to be rehearsed. That way you can, when you guys say the things that, do the things and say the things that you're supposed to do, it'll be right on point. And it'll sound like you've done this a million times, you know what you're doing. If it doesn't sound like you know what you're doing, because it might not be that bad, but it's going to be way harder for at least yourself. It's better just to be, sound like you've been doing this for a while. The next thing would just be to, I'm guessing the next thing, I guess it kind of depends, but it's probably a better idea to give them your sales pitch and try and get them to pay you before you're finished with the show. That way they understand you're looking for the money and it's important to you. And if you don't, and you try to do it at the end of the show, then they're like, see ya, I'm out. So that's definitely something you want to think about doing. Is there anything else I could think of? Definitely be flashy, be dangerous. People like danger, so if you can, I don't know, try and bring someone involved or whatever, that's a good idea. That's another thing. Bringing someone to, volunteer is a good idea, because first of all, it connects with your audience and at least has them in there. And if you do that, make sure you might want to pay them. It's not a bad idea, or at least do something with them. You just wanna make sure that you get their name. You get their name. That way, you always want to talk to somebody with their name. This goes with anything, by the way. You want to have their name and talk to them by, tell them, if someone's name's Jared or Dennis or whatever, be like, hey, Jared, Dennis, like, everyone say hi to Jared, Dennis, blah, 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 whatever. It just makes it easier that way. Well, not easier. It connects with the audience more. If you say someone by their name, people do this all the time, like online when they're trying to be nice, or in person when you're trying to be nice. If you keep saying someone by their name, it's like, oh, they get who I am. That's nice. That's cool. And that's definitely something you want to, definitely something you want to have. You have the impression that you care, and you can relate to them, whatever. I mean, you definitely do want to care. That's definitely something you don't want to just be like, well, I don't care about my audience. It's definitely something you want to do, is to care about them and be genuine and honest. But you don't exactly have to too much. I mean, whatever. I can't really think of many other tips right off the top of my head, so maybe I'll make another video, maybe I won't. If you want to see more tips, like it up, comment down, be like, I want to see more tips, I want to see more tips, and then like it about 12 times. And if you don't do that, I might not, or I won't do it till later. So thanks for watching. These are just the tips from me seeing other street performers, and you know, have my first few street shows not long ago, and yeah, that's basically it. This is stuff I came up with on my own. Agree, disagree, I don't really care. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you have a good show. That is if you want to street perform. Be cool if you did. Street performing is awesome. But see ya on my next video, maybe. Whatever.